It is Euro 2024 knockout time, baby. We're entering the hottest stage of the summer. The group stage is finito, the best matches are yet to come. 17 games to be precise, and guess what? We're gonna predict every single one of them right here, right now. I've done a whole Euro 2024 prediction already a couple months back, but now that we know not all of the groups went exactly how I had predicted them back then, I'm sorry to Romania and Georgia, I guess we'll have to go again, and let's see if we still have the same winner or if there's another dark horse. My voice is already pretty dead because I've been to a couple games in the stadium already. Mental vibes. But let's get into this. These are our round of 16 thrillers, and the bracket is quite interesting to say the least. Because on one side of the tournament tree, we have Austria against Turkey, Romania against the Netherlands, England facing Slovakia, and Switzerland against Italy. And here it becomes clear that without disrespect, the only big nations are the Netherlands, England, and Italy. Whilst on the other side of the bracket, we have Portugal against Slovenia, France against Belgium, Spain facing Georgia, and Germany versus Denmark. That is essentially 5 big football nations right now. So I already heard the English or the Italians being quite happy being on the other side. But in the Euros, you never know, man. I'm on OneFootball, by the way, which is also the app that I regularly use to just stay up to date with anything related to the game. Like the Euros right now. It's just handy to use and you get everything in one place, basically. Pretty much 24/7 articles around the whole tournament, all the player and team stats you need, lightning fast scores and goal notifications on each of the matches, including very detailed in-game stats. But the best thing in my opinion is you can follow specific teams. For me, that's Germany. And I've also followed Italy and Switzerland now to get customized updates on everything happening around your teams, and that also goes for club football after the Euros. Oh, and OneFootball is of course free. I mean, you will know the app anyway, so make sure you hit that link in the description to download the app in case you haven't yet. You'll support my channel by doing that as well. Thank you so much, and now without further ado, let's get into my knockout stage predictions, baby. The first game of the bracket here features perhaps the best team we've seen at the Euros so far. Against an absolute dark horse, Georgia, with their first ever Euro participation. I said they're gonna finish rock bottom in the group. They proved me wrong, and I'm really happy they did that because we do love a dark horse. We do love an underdog story. So you might be able to tell that I would not be mad about them knocking out Spain, especially looking at the potential upcoming quarterfinal, but that's one for later. First of all, Spain against Georgia. As much as my heart tells me Georgia, what a story that would be. Spain are just too strong, man. They haven't conceded a single goal, beat Croatia 3-0, beat Italy only 1-0, but Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, bro, these guys ran circles around Italian fullbacks. The only team to finish the group with 9 points, a perfect record so far. For me, Spain go to the quarters. Well, now who will they face then? And that's already the host nation, my country as well, Germany against Denmark. And honestly, without being biased, I would say we have been the second best performing team this tournament, finished with 7 points after all. The passion is definitely there, the team is doing well, the chemistry is there within the team. Then our opponent is one that's also, we have to say, still unbeaten, Denmark. But on the other hand, they haven't won a single game either, in a group with England, Slovenia and Serbia. But their defense is solid, so it will be a tough game, tough nut for us to crack. It will rather be a Switzerland game than a Scotland game for us, that's for sure. But I do think we have the quality and the spirit to crack the Danish Lego house. Well, okay, that was incredibly cringe. Anyway, long story short, I do think Germany will be going to the last 8 and facing Spain there. More on that later, but first of all, it's Portugal against Slovenia and France against Belgium for the second quarterfinal. What do we think about the Portuguese? They lost their last group game against Georgia 2-0, but to be fair to them, they weren't playing the first squad. They were already qualified, won the first 2 matches with a 3-0 statement win over Turkey. So yes, I do think Portugal have confirmed their ambition to win the whole thing, to go all the way. On the other hand, Slovenia, same story as with Denmark, 3 draws after all in the incredibly boring England group. And here as well, solid defense, Oblak in goal obviously as well, massive, but up front also they are lacking a bit of firepower. Yes, they have Šeško there, but it's still, after all, not really enough. So for me, this one goes to the Portuguese. And you know what? I'll actually be at this quarterfinal in the stadium. This one's in Hamburg. I've never witnessed Cristiano Ronaldo do Santo Javeiro live in 22 years, almost 23 of my entire existence. I won't be too sad if Portugal advance here and I can get to watch Cristiano. But this is not about me being sad or happy. This is about me being honest. And for that, let's see who Portugal will face in the quarters. France against Belgium. That's an absolute thriller. Maybe not as big as it was in 2018 when this was the World Cup semi-final and these two were the best teams at the World Cup 2018. Now, 6 years onwards, it looks like the golden generation is maybe only bronze. Maybe only bronze, if we're being kind. They're not what they used to be anymore naturally against France, who haven't convinced at all. Let's be honest, they weren't great. Only 5 points, failed to top the group. Austria topped that one. But La France under Didier Deschamps, I mean, they're a tournament team. They get better with every single game. They're smart enough as well, and they now also have the quality advantage over an aging Belgium side. So for me, this one goes to France, and not a bad quarterfinal either. The first two, absolutely mental. But now we head to the part of the bracket that people say is the weaker side, the underdog side. First up, Romania. How did they make it, man? That group was mental. Everybody finished on 4 points. Belgium, Romania, Slovakia, and Ukraine. But fair play to Romania. I predicted them, as I said, last place. Now the whole of Romania is getting into my DMs, in my comments, and roasting me. Hey, I deserve it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now it's against Holland, the Netherlands. Obviously a stronger side than them on paper. But I told you, lads, every Euro has an upset. In national teams, there will always be surprises. And that's the beauty of international football, isn't it? You know what? My gut feeling tells me Romania are doing this. This might be my apology to all Romanians, but no, I genuinely have the feeling that Romania, after such a group stage, they have this mental power now. Okay, let's do this. If Romania actually make it to the quarters, I promise, I will make a video of me dancing to this absolute banger of a song. If you're a man of culture, you know what this is. Hey, this will be scenes, but let's see. First of all, we're gonna watch this game. And the next one, the potential opponent of Romania, is going to be either Austria or Turkey. And this one, wow. There is a lot of Turks in Germany, which means they have a home game every time. There is also a lot of Turks in Austria. We could say it's a derby as well. Austria topped the group with the Netherlands and France in it. Who would have thought? Hey, and at least here I can slightly pat myself on the shoulder because in my initial prediction, I said Austria will go to the semi-final and they topped the group now, so it's going well. It's going well. My prediction is on track. And they're facing the Turks, who have a great atmosphere around the team right now as well. After the disappointing Euro 2021, they made it into the knockouts now with 2 wins too. But for me, let's make this quick. It's gonna be a banger of a game, mad atmosphere. But I will stick to my initial prediction and say Austria are the dark horse of this Euro. For me, Austria are making it to the quarters. And look at this quarter, lads. The next round of 16 match is England against Slovakia. And this actually reminds me of England against Slovenia. Even though I think Slovakia are gonna be a heavier opponent for the English. But as we know, Gareth Southgate, he's Mr. Snooze Fest. Everybody falls asleep watching the England games. Horrible to witness, but in the end, he gets the job done. Top the group with 5 points, or let's just call him Mr. Minimalism. But this game has a 1-0 England win written all over it. Let's be honest, I'm sorry. This is just how it's gonna go. Then, Switzerland against Italy. It's actually the first round of 16 game happening chronologically. And this is also my second and third nation. My dad is from these countries. I do not know who to back. I will be neutral, but I will be happy that at least one of them goes to the quarters for sure. That's confirmed. Switzerland actually were on the edge of topping a group above Germany. They are really, really tough to break through defensively. And then every once in a while, they have one of these extremely dangerous counters. So, hey, you cannot underestimate them. Italy, they went through last minute against Croatia due to that Zaccagni goal. But am I convinced by how they've been playing so far? Absolutely not. You know what? Even though we could be getting the rematch of the last Euro final already in the quarters here, England-Italy, I don't think it's happening. I'm going to go with Switzerland. The last day we get to the quarterfinal, and this one, as many people say, is maybe the final in advance. Spain against Germany, the 2 best performing teams in the groups. And you know what? I had this exact same quarterfinal in my initial prediction because I did predict Spain and Germany to top their groups. Back then, I decided for Germany. Now, maybe Spain have been a little bit better so far, but you know what? I think the home spirit, the fans in the whole country basically, finally being hyped for this national team once again, for the German national team, this can play a huge role. This might as well go to extra time, penalties, absolute thriller. I decided for Germany back then, and I will decide for Germany once again. We're going to the semis, lads. Alright, now who will Germany face in the semis then? Because this one looks different than my initial prediction. Portugal, France. But what a match this will be as well. I'll be there watching it live. I'm hyped to watch Ronaldo, but let's be honest. Does he still play a big role in this Portugal team? Does he still define this Portugal team? Maybe from the bench, yes, off the pitch, in the dressing room, but on the pitch, not really. A new Portuguese side has been created from a young generation of upcoming ballers that are now getting into their primes, and it's a great team. But you know what? 2 things. Number 1, France, as I already said, under Deschamps, they always grow throughout the course of a tournament. And then we got a Kylian Mbappe, who's now got the mask. I think that's like an iconic story to be told. Like, he will perform with that. It's destined to be a big tournament for him. This is gonna be a tough one as well. I mean, Euro final of 2016. This is tough. I will go with France. Our neighbors go to the semis. Now let's go to the second half of this bracket, because here we have the underdog half. Romania against Austria. Man, I did underestimate Romania in groups. I didn't do it now against the Netherlands. But you know what? I said in my initial prediction that Austria will get to the semi-final of the Euros, which was a bold take. But after such a group stage where they topped the group, even exceeding my expectations for them, why would I step away from that? Why would I rate them lower than I did before they topped the group? So it doesn't make sense. Austria go to the Euro semis. And now the last one. Who will they face? Switzerland. Oh man, I mean, they already went to the quarters in 2021 when they beat France. Now, according to my predictions, they're knocking out another giant, and now it's the English, who so far have convinced me less than Switzerland. They're incredibly boring under Southgate, but they will get the job done under Southgate. He gets you a result, and he will get you the result against Switzerland as well. I'll be happy to be proven wrong, but I just don't think it's happening. Alright lads, and you know what? I actually have the same 4 nations in the semis here: Germany, France, Austria and England, that I also had in the semis of my initial prediction. But will the performance so far change anything there? I'll be quick on this, honestly, because it's hypothetical. Germany, France. I said Germany back then. I will say Germany right now, even though it's gonna be so damn tough. The last time we beat France in a major tournament was 2014 at the World Cup, and basically in 2016 they overtook us at their home Euros. And ever since, they've obviously been better than us, so maybe now at our home Euros it's time to shake things up once again. And then we've got Austria, England. In my initial prediction, I actually had this the other way around: Austria against Germany and England against France. It doesn't matter though. I think Austria get to the semis, but maybe then we'll have to be a bit realistic and say, you can judge me for that. You can say, yes, Southgate is so shit, England so bad, this and that and this. The group stage for me doesn't change anything. I still think England will go to the Euro final. And we end up with the exact same final I predicted before. Yes, I will stick to my prediction. And now the big prize question: 14th of July 2024, Olympiastadion Berlin. Germany at home or England for the first time ever? Who is gonna take the Euro? I mean, I said Germany back then, and the tournament so far has given me no reason whatsoever to change that call now against England. So I will say Germany right now. And the best thing is, now I can also confirm I will be present that night. I will be there, Olympiastadion, to witness the Euro final. Man, this is a dream come true for me, and if Germany beat England on that day, this might have chances to become the best night of my life. Now, of course, feel free to roast me in the comments for my prediction. Even wait until the tournament is over and then roast me. I don't mind, it's always fun. But right now, you have to tell me your calls. Who is going to be the dark horse according to you? Which underdog goes really far? For me, it's Austria. What upset will we see in the round of 16? Which big nation crashes out early? I want to know all of that from you right now. And of course, if you haven't downloaded OneFootball yet, I can only suggest you to do so. It's just extremely useful. So go ahead and click the first link in the description, and then you're there. Don't worry, you won't be getting rid of my face. I've got a lot more Euro content coming up. So see you there. Fiago is out. Peace.